Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This one's much requested. It is how to do a quick updo for an Indian wedding if you are a guest. So the first thing you want to do is take a rat tail comb and center part your hair. So measure up from the middle of your nose all the way up. And then go ahead and part that hair and just make sure it's clean as can be. Check where you want your tikka to go and if you want to do a side part or a middle part. I preferred a middle part, so that's what I did. Then you are going to section your hair ear to ear, and this is just going to be the front part that you are going to work with later. I use a bobby pin because I have very thin hair. If you have thicker hair, try to use a bigger clip. And if you kind of look a little crazy, that means you're doing it right. Then you are going to create a half moon shape and take that from the corner of your ears all the way up. Comb that section out, and then the remaining section in the back, you are going to tie that off so we don't get that incorporated into this section. And then you are going to section your hair. I have very thin hair, so my sections aren't that clean and they're definitely not that big, so it's totally okay. But you want to make sure you leave a little bit of hair in the front first that's unteased, and then you're going to take a section behind it like this one and then start combing down. This is called a back comb or a tease, and this is going to create a little bit of extra volume and lift for you. Go ahead and hairspray that and do that to the section behind it as well. If you have thicker hair, you'll probably have more sections. I had very thin hair, so I only have 2. Now I'm going to take a donut and cut it, and this is perfect if you're going to a wedding as a guest because the chunni is what really weighs down the top of the head. And this is how you create the extra support, especially if you have thin hair. I am going to take it one step further and put an extension over that donut piece because I want it to be covered up, and I know my hair won't cover that by its own. So that's what I did, and then I flipped my hair over and smoothed everything out, and now everything is hidden and it's starting to give it that shape so my chunni will sit nicely. The front section that we didn't tease, that's what this is. We are sectioning that down the middle as well. Placing our tikka in, you take that longer pin and you put it into the middle, and then you take 2 other bobby pins and cross them over that longer pin, if that kind of made any sense. So you're basically creating an X and it's not going to move from there. And now this section that we left unteased, we're going to tease it a little bit and cover up the chain as much as we can. And it's okay if it still shows, it's not a big deal. And then you're going to gather your hair backwards and start pinning. The trick is to always just double cross your pins, this way they don't move around. So in the back you should have something that looks like this. Undo your hair from the bottom, and now we're just going to start texturizing our hair. I am actually taking this section and moving it out of the way so you guys could see a bit better. I am going to start off with the section right here, and I'm going to hit it with some hairspray, and then I'm using my Bombay hair curler and just going around the barrel to create some texture. For this particular hairstyle, you don't need to go a certain direction. I just wanted it to be somewhat wavy, so there is some shape going on in the back. So go ahead and do that all the way around, and then when you are done, you're just going to start lifting up some sections and pinning them. It doesn't matter really where you are taking these sections, but try to take them up towards that initial bobby pins that you had placed from the front sections, so it looks like it's just kind of like a waterfall creation. Go ahead and pin, and you should have something that looks like this. It's very simple. Add as many pins as you need, and then move on to the front section. For the front section, I am making sure that I curl the hair underneath the barrel. This way it's going to create a little bit more of a lift. Make sure you hairspray and then curl again. Once you're done both sides, you're going to let it cool down and then brush out the sections and then pin them back and see if you need a little bit more volume on one side so you can leave some sections a little bit looser, and make sure you double cross them again. I had short bangs here in the front, so I decided to leave those out, but if you want, you can pin those back as well. Now just look around and see if you have any extra hair pieces sticking out and just pin them in. So this is what you should have, and this is the final look. If you feel like your tikka is falling down a little bit and you want it to be a little bit higher, just lift it and then stick in one more pin, and that should hold it. and slip on your jewelry, and we are done. So that's a completed look, guys. I hope you enjoyed this hair tutorial. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in my next one. Thanks guys for watching.